issues with, in fourth gear, it'll pop out when I let go of the gas. Just gonna do some diagnostics on it, see what's going on. But for now, we're just gonna take a little drive in the first gen, and I'm gonna let you kind of see what's happening and why we're going for it. So, yay! All right, so she's in fourth gear, staying at a regular speed on a pretty bumpy road. There she goes, going into neutral. I've got to put her back. Let's get to it. So here is my wonderful kit all spread out. First I have the piece that goes between the shift cover and the actual block. So these are, and for the front and rear, these are just things that when you go to reseal or reassemble the transmission, they just tell you to keep, you know, this is to help keep everything jam-packed and prevent from leaks. That's the best way I can explain that, so that's how we're going to explain that. These are my bearing and races, so these are needed for all that good stuff. Another thing are the retainer seals. So these are really important because pieces like this are one of the examples in the video that I watched or have been learning from. That once you take this off, it's pretty much irreplaceable. You have to have a new one just to get ready to put it back. So just make sure you have things like this. Moving forward, I know I'm speaking pretty fast. These are my blocker rings. And then another thing is my synchros. There's two things I'm missing. First, I'm missing my the correct shims to be able to do a correct preload on the counter shaft bearing. So that's one thing I need. The second thing I need is the needle bearings. That is involved with the synchros because that's what helps the synchro stop. So those are two things to be able to do what I want to do with my transmission. So that will be a hold off. Two things that I actually have that we are going to be able to tackle today is one, my gasket kit for the transfer case. There's some leaks that I need to take care of. That's where my major leak is. So we're going to be going through that. Plus we're pulling off the GETRAG G360 anyway, just to be able to inspect and see if there's any additional things that we need to look out for when we actually do disassemble. And then this is a shift top rebuild kit. This is going to, these are like springs, balls, and stuff like that, that they just go bad and they stop giving pressure, which involves the gear to actually come out of place when you're driving, which is an issue that I had in the video before, or in a few minutes before. So just these are the two main things that we're going to do. So shift top rebuild kit, gasket kit for the transfer case, and we're going to take the GETRAG off, open up the shift cover, look inside, see what we got, and get this started. So let's go. All right, so now that we're out here, let's go over what we're going to do today. So we're first going to take the transmission out or off. Okay, that way we are able to take the shift cover off. We're going to inspect inside, see if there's anything additional that we need to fix or anything going pretty bad. Cover that all up. Next, we're going to go to the transfer case while the transmission is off. We're going to replace the seals, check it all out, you know, pretty much, today is a QA, so we're just doing a quality check of everything that's going on. Then we're going to come up to the front into the cab where we're going to mess with my shifter, replace the springs, ball bearings, and stuff like that. And then once that's complete, we're going to put the transmission back in and we're going to start her up.
Get too tired to make it. Be my breath so I can walk. And if I need some other love, then you give me more than I can stand.
All right, so now we have both the shifter fully taken out, as well as loosened the 4-link shifter. We didn't completely disassemble it just in case we need to move this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rear and front drive shaft out. That way and some miscellaneous stuff, so we can take out the transmission as well as the transfer case.
Well, I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. But I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. I feel there's nothing I can do. I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might, kryptonite.
Alright, you guys, just took a quick break. You know, obviously have to fuel up, but you can see all the gunk and all the dirt that's going on. So what we're gonna do, and there's a lot of other pieces that we need to clean. We're gonna go pressure wash everything, pretty much clean it while we have it out. Then we're gonna replace the seals on the transfer case and pretty much leave it like that for today. That's all I'm gonna include on this video or this vlog, because it's going to be a couple step process and we wanna make sure we do it right and we don't have to come back and re-tackle the same issue again. So let's get moving. All right, so we've done a bunch of scraping. We also got some degreaser on it, so we're letting that sit for a little bit. Definitely found more than I probably wanted to. There was a bunch of rocks, just dirt from how many years, I don't know, or decades ago. But now that we have them degreased, we're gonna let them sit for a few minutes and then we're gonna power wash and make these things as new as we can.
Somewhere there's speaking, it's already coming in. Oh, and it's rising at the back of your mind. You never could get in unless you were fed in. And now you're here and you don't know why. But under skin knees and the skid marks past the places where you...
Alright, so the transfer case and other pieces have been cleaned. It is no longer in piles and piles of decades of dirt. She is, for the most part, cleaned. We did 2 rounds of degrease and a good pressure wash. So now we are going to take our seals and do replacement, and that will be the end of the day. Well, obviously we have to clean up, but that's pretty much it. Are you excited?
Always.
I like your face.
Thanks.
All right.
Desperate for changing, starving for truth. I'm closer to where I started. I'm chasing after you. I'm falling even more in love with you. Letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. Forgetting all I'm lacking.
Okay, y'all, that is a wrap for tonight, or for vlog number 1. Just to go over what we did today, we were starting to do the disassemble to be able to get to the transmission. We pulled out the shifter. We also did the 4-wheel drive, well, partially at the beginning, but it's out now. We were able to take out the rear and the front drive shaft, as well as the transfer case. Knowing how much dirt and oil and all that mess that has been down there, we took a bunch of pieces to get them pressure washed and degreased, so that is done. And then we were able to do a couple of the gaskets for the transfer case, just 2 for tonight, because it has been a long day. So we are going to keep Paradise apart for a little bit, and when we go back to the next vlog, we will be finishing the transfer case up, finally pulling the transmission out and doing the inspection, and then we will be able to also do the top shift rebuild kit. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you want to see the actual disassembly and reassembly of the GETRAG G360, please click the link below. If you liked what I was wearing today, that is Diesel Hotties. I love the organization, and they have the best clothes for situations like this. It's not just to be all pretty. I also want to bounce out and just give a special shout out to a lot of my sponsors. So Renegade, Fury, Archon, Locally Hated. I have some others that aren't on there yet, like my altitude lighting. I still need to do a video about that. They're super great. The LEDs are put in all of my lights, even the rear view, so it's been totally cool with that. Also tools, trying to make sure I hit everyone. I don't want to hurt any feelings, but everyone who has ever supported my build so far since July of last year, please, huge thank you. And for all the people who are watching this, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations, you know, shoot them below as a comment or message me on my Instagram. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hands in your body, I'm grabbing your ass, enjoying the moment, 'cause